Welcome back to I Wish Someone Would Have Told Me, a podcast and video series that gives voice to our younger selves through women's health stories and experiences. I am your host, Liana Losada, and today, fellow writer Alexandra Emanuelli will be reading a personal essay from her Substack about an unexpected diagnosis. This diagnosis led her to be prescribed a medication that could lead to weight gain, which sent Alexandra into a spiral. In this essay, she candidly reflects on how we culturally discuss weight, body image, and personal effort. If you've ever gone down a panicky black hole on Reddit or wondered what the fuck is going on with your body, you'll relate. I'll include links to Alexandra's Substack, website, and socials in the show notes. As I've alluded to, this episode's content trigger warning will discuss weight gain and body image. Before I toss this to Alexandra, I just want to say that I am incredibly grateful that you've continued to join me while I share these stories alongside my own. You can support that effort by subscribing to the podcast, downloading episodes, commenting, rating, and or sharing it with others. You can also follow along on social media for exclusive clips and BTS at I Wish Someone Told Me Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Here is Alexandra Emanuelli's story.
Hi, my name is Alexandra Emanuelli. I'm an award-winning health and nutrition journalist and copywriter. I've lived around the world in Panama, Italy, London, and Toronto, but now make my home in Ottawa, Canada. In January of 2024, I started feeling strange. I had panic attacks daily, but I chalked it up to new job stress. It never occurred to me that there was something medically wrong. It would take almost a full year to diagnose me with Graves' disease, an autoimmune condition that attacks the thyroid. This would explain so many symptoms I'd been dealing with. Beyond learning and dealing with my condition, which is the inspiration for the essay I'm about to read, I love traveling, cooking, and being active. You can follow my adventures and writing on Instagram and Substack. Turns out, willpower wasn't the answer after all. A letter from a convert to It's Not in My Control by Alexandra Emanuelli. The first thing you're told not to do when you get results from a medical test is to start searching for them on your own. While I appreciate the transparency of receiving detailed stats via email, there's never been a clearer sign that I should not be doing my own research than when I found myself typing automated differential results into Google or ALT scores low ? The Medical News Today articles are predictably unhelpful, as they should be, and it quickly becomes apparent that I spent more time flirting than paying attention in higher-level biology. Did that stop me from tumbling down a Reddit rabbit hole? Absolutely not. And that's where I found it, the detail that sent me spiraling into an existential panic. The drug I'd been prescribed could cause weight gain. Vanity, the ego, the absolute sheer dread. A friend who has the opposite condition had actually stopped taking her meds for this exact reason. I didn't blame her. And yet I also wondered, naively, if it was her fault. Isn't that what we're taught? Sweat hard enough, eat your vegetables, lock in for your winter arc, and you too can have it all. And if not, well, that's on you. Which is why realizing it wasn't that simple was such a mindfuck. I was about to learn just how wrong I was. When I started taking the medication, I began to lose weight. Not because of some newfound discipline or better habits, just because I no longer enjoyed food. I had to force myself to eat a few bites here and there because I was so nauseous. Smoothies for breakfast saved me from collapsing mid-morning, packed with sickly sweet protein powder. But a hearty shake of salt on natural peanut butter or homemade popcorn? No longer appealing. My palate changed in ways I didn't understand. I forgot to eat lunch. I stopped planning breakfast as I fell asleep. Oatmeal with coconut milk and walnuts, a drizzle of maple syrup or chocolate chips. And then there was the silence. For the first time, I understood what people meant by food noise. The ever-present radio in my brain had switched off, a station I never even realized had been playing. To experience this change made me feel like I'd glimpsed some forbidden truth, one that shattered everything I thought I knew about willpower, control, and food. It was like being the first person to realize the earth is round, or that the sun will rise whether you will it to or not. Despite all the progress we've made around body positivity and health neutrality, the way we talk about bodies still feels stuck in an old school bootstrap mentality, as if it all comes down to choice, as if the difference between weight loss and gain is simply a matter of how badly you want it. But what if it isn't? What if we've been asking the wrong question all along? This year, I'm trying to give up more control. There's so much that we don't have a say over, and for a high-functioning perfectionist, that is terrifying. It's also liberating.